Okay, you can go.
Okay, so what I'm working on, wait, can I share my screen?
Yeah, I need to make you presenter, I think. Yeah, now you can
Okay,
show your screen.
okay, so what I'm working on is a new feature, a new something that is called the display plugin, something that will handle the URL schemes that if we want to have like some plugin that will be opened by a URL scheme. So basically it will have like some, there is an API. It will be something like this. It will have a prepare and some presentation type, the way that you want to display that screen.
What is the option? What are the options?
Currently, I think there will be embedded and full screen, but I'm not sure yet about how to do the embedded. So right now I'm doing the full screen.
Okay.
And later it should work with the way that we're handling the URL schemes. Somewhere probably here there will be some, well, in the URL scheme handler, and I will check like the URI scheme and then have like some like here handle URL scheme and be able to display that screen if we have some plugin. Otherwise, it will go on with the default behavior that we have now. And now me and Anton were starting to work on like having the live drawer to like have some default live drawer that will be working with that URL scheme. But I'm not sure if we have the live drawer already working with the URL scheme, or is it only UI tag?
How the plugin gets the data?
What?
It's working with the UI tag right now.
Not with the URL scheme?
No.
Okay, we wanted to have it like only to work with URL scheme, but we will see about the UI tags as well. Maybe we'll just do the URL scheme and that's all. And what did you want to ask?
If we have a plugin for the URL scheme, how we get the scheme data? Where you get it?
The scheme data?
Yeah.
Well, I know that there is the subject.
Oh, this is the display screen.
Yeah, I will pass the
okay.
data. I will pass some data with it. I will initialize it with the data. Okay. I mean, I think only this is the important data will be, or well, I will pass the important data that we will need for that specific plugin. And later, when we will create the first plugin that will work with it, so we will see, maybe we'll probably need to change some things, like add some information that will need to be passed and remove some information. Any more questions?
I have a question about plugins, but general question.
Okay.
How can we test it or debug it or something like that? Can we do it or
the plugins?
Yeah.
You can have the project of the plugin. You can use the open project instead of the closed project. And then
just to include my project.
You include your project inside.
In the app level, yeah.
Not sure. Also in the generic, you can also.
Okay.
And also
in the app level, in the app level, if you put it, it's more aligned with the Zap build.
Okay, and also you need to have the there is the configuration JSON of the plugins. You need to make sure that you have the configuration JSON with your plugin. I'm not sure where it is. I think
It should be in the row of asset, in the resources row
in the
Fine.
app lab.
in the app. Yeah.
Resources. Here you have. No.
You're supposed to have the configuration JSON. No, in this app you don't have.
There is some testing, but there will be some configuration, plugin configuration.
So I need to add this plugin configuration.
Yeah, with your plugin to the res row in the app level.
Okay.
Did you want to ask something or?
No.
No? Okay. Well, basically that's all for me. Ella, do you want to update what you're doing?
No, I don't have something new to update. I think I can.
The refresh.
I will update, yeah, but I want to update when I will finish it next week. I guess I will update a new feature that I added. But
Just
now I'm
share with
testing
us
it.
share with us what are you working on at least.
What I'm working now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm working on a refresh page or schedule timer, I can call it. It's like a helper class that it's like a timer, okay, that you can stop it and start it, and you will start from your current time. Like if you want timer for 5 minutes and you go to back one for 3 minutes, then when you will start your activity or fragment again, it will schedule 2 minutes and not 5 minutes again.
Yeah.
Okay, we are doing it because we want to add the ability to refresh the pages in channel 20 or Reshet. We are displaying a lot of articles, and they want to make sure that we can update the content every 5 minutes or 10 minutes or what they will decide. So I'm working on it. It's something general. You can use it in every place, in every activity, view, fragment, or every class that you want. I will document it when I will finish to test it, and I will talk about it more next week, I hope.
Good. Nice.
One question about it. How it will be configured? If I want in my app to add this feature, what I need to do and how I'm configuring.
Not a feature, it's just Udi.
It's
It's Udi. I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm a visitor.
I didn't know who you're talking. You're asking me how it works?
Yeah, you are doing it, right?
Yeah, it's.
So my question is, if when you will finish, if Dror wants to not Dror, Jonathan Gold want to use it in America TV Go. What he needs to do?
You need to add it. You need to add to the JSON. If you want it in a fragment, so I added to the base fragment. So if you want to use it to update fragments, you can just add it to the JSON to add new parameters to the JSON, and it will just work. But if you want to add it to I don't know what something that you are working on, a new feature, or I don't know what, it's timer. Okay, just
But
a timer.
It's not just the timer. You're adding UI.
timer with more different behavior. If you want
But
to,
you're adding a UI
UI,
that will enable the user to refresh the data, right? There is a button. There is some UI.
yeah, but
do
no,
with
I don't handle in my implementation. I don't handle the refresh itself. It don't refresh the content. It just notify you that you need to refresh it. So everybody.
So what's the idea behind this timer? What's the value?
It's like more smart timer that if you stop, you want to stop it and then continue it again. So you will continue from the last the last time that you stopped from.
What's the business goal you want to achieve? What's the feature, not the technical side, the product side? What it need to do?
Oh, okay, I want to refresh the data. Okay, so I made it for my fragment, but you can use the tool that I made for in other places.
Yeah, it's more development. It's only for the developers.
It's for the developer. It's not for the project manager or something like that. They can use it.
So it's a feature. So it's a feature that nobody can use.
No,
No.
the developer can use it, and
That's what I mean. Nobody can use, because if other clients want to use it, they need to ask in Europe or in Latin. They need to ask Dor, Merav, or Pablo to implement this feature.
Udi,
Yeah.
Udi, I want to add something because
if you want,
I worked on it a little bit. It's per template, per page. Like if you want template 1, the home page will be auto refresh, so it's per template. Okay.
Okay, I got it. I
yeah, but
understand. I think that all of you, I understand it. I understand it, and it was done a few weeks ago in similar way also in the iOS. But I think that all of us, when we are coming to starting to do a feature, okay, any feature, okay, we need to think how we can make this feature that it can be turned on, off, and configure remotely, okay, and not but by a developer.
Remotely, you're talking about that?
okay, but
I'm talking about Zap or one or other service that we have. And if you have a missing, just a second, and if you have a missing API for that, come to talk with me and run, and we'll think how, and we can help with that. But in a way of thinking, we need to think how we make our feature that will not require developer implementation, that they will require a configuration. That's a way of thinking. It's not always possible, and all the rest of the disclaimer, but that's, I think, should be the way of thinking.
okay, Udi, just to clarify something, the task was to refresh the view or template JSON, like to refresh the data, the content per screen. In the JSON, you can configure if you want to refresh, to add the ability to refresh and to show the refresh bubble. Okay, that you can do in the JSON. But I divided it to two tasks. One, to like more general, that you can add to the JSON the parameters that you want, the refresh time and refresh bubble. Okay, and the second task was only for the developer. If we want to use more smart timer or something like that, you can use it for other development that you want to do.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, it should be part of the UI builder or something in Zap, like in the future.
Yes, we agree about that. But okay, I think you all understand what I'm saying.
No, yeah, of course, but it can be or plugin or in the UI builder. Like,
okay, there's also other options. I don't know if there is an option for this case, but in general, there's also other options. And my comment was a general comment. When you're going to do a feature, try hard to make it a configuration feature and not an implementation feature.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I know.
In Android, the JSON are hard coded, so always the project manager need to.
It doesn't matter. In iOS, the JSON are remotely in the server, but it doesn't matter. If it's required, the developer, it doesn't matter where it is. This is not the issue.
Yeah, I understand, but I just said we need to add the ability to configure JSON remotely.
The bottom line.
Okay, that's all. This is what I'm doing.
You want me to update? We finished the integration with Gran Hermano and Mediaset and Mitele. They tested it and looks like it's all works. But right now they are working with a side branch in the SDK because of the refresh of the Grossmates characters. So I gave them tested version with the fix of the app data.
And why it is not merged to the master of the SDK?
Why? Because Ruben is eating my brain with this. We can merge it. We can merge it. It's I don't know.
There is a specific reason why it cannot be the master?
No, he's afraid that if the baby's up, there will be bugs.
Okay, so we can test it.
We can test it, yeah, but baby's app is not working with the dev anyway right now.
So anyway, it needs to be merged to the master if you fix it.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to push it. Yeah, we need another app.
The pull request was approved?
No.
No. Who is doing the code review? Ruben?
Basically, Ruben had the comments there.
Okay, so.
No, but it's not specific comment. It's just a funny comment, like it's won't work or I don't know.
Okay, so talk with Ruben. If it's a comment that it's a risk for baby's app this development, so it means it can be merged and need to be tested. That's what it means. And if it's another comment on the code itself, then you need to address the comments and finish it. But especially when you already sent a version to the client, it needs to be.
No, the SDK was tested. Yeah, but it's really problematic to test it on all the templates.
You don't need to test it on all the templates. You need to test it on, let's say, 3 templates that are.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the comments about the babies and the.
On JellyJam, on.
Yeah, JellyJam is still not with the. Yeah, now in testing only. So yeah.
Okay, so test it on JellyJam, on PostZiven, on Deportes, for example. I don't know.
By the way,
send it to a plug. That's it.
Is it covered by automatic testing as well? Because it could save you half of the tests that you need to do. Okay, I understand you. So go ahead and do some automatic testing on all this app data shit, and that's it. And then test it manually.
But to do it.
What?
I don't have time right now to go back there and do it.
But I don't understand. Again, every time I don't have time. We all agree that part of each task is to add automatic testing, and every time the excuses are I don't.
Yeah, I fixed bug. I didn't like refactor anything. Like
doesn't.
But you fix the bug. Make sure that you don't have time to do a complete full testing for this class. So add at least a test for what you fixed. It's very basic. So tomorrow,
I
Time
agree.
to do it. You
Not
do
next time. I
it.
wouldn't merge it without it.
A
no,
lot.
There was a bug. There was a bug. You fixed it. Add automatic test to make sure that we don't have this bug again in the future.
It was, I don't know. Whatever.
So don't test everything in the world. Only let's say you don't have time. Okay, I understand that you
But to
don't
test
have
the
time.
crossmates, to add tested in the crossmates, that's the fix.
I don't know. I don't know what the fix was, but doesn't matter. Let's imagine that the fix is to refresh the crossmates. Okay, whatever. I don't know what you did. Let's imagine that this is what you did to make sure that every time that you load the app, the crossmates is refreshed. Add a test. When I'm, I don't know, opening crossmates, the crossmates feeds are refreshed. And add a test. If you don't have time to test everything, test only this. At least it's the minimum. Because tomorrow I will remove it. I will remove your change. I don't like it. It doesn't sound good to me, or Televisa doesn't want it. Okay, so I will just remove it. You need to know that someone broke it, no? And then after it will go back to Mediaset. Why it's not refreshing? I don't know. Anyway, it's a must. It's not maybe yes, maybe no. It's related to everything. You write a code. You need to make sure that tomorrow no one is destroying it. The minimum.
So, beside that, we released two apps, America's TV Go International and TV Go Peru. It's the same template, and one of them works with the SSO with a TinyPass, so it's was a big integration with their web view, the SSO. Actually, we still have a small problem there, but it will be fixed in their side.
There was a problem with the notification that you had. Can you explain us that you solved? Can you tell us about it? Something about notification icon?
Yeah. There was a problem with icons, notification icons in Lollipops versions. That the Android OS is displaying the icon and getting the data only from the alpha channel. That means that all the other data will be erased and not be used in the notification. So in order to display the right icon, you need to create material design icons. That means that it only a white and transparent icon. That the white will be the image or the logo of that we want to display, and the transparent area you will see it in the top bar, how you call it, top on the top of the phone. When you close it, you will see the white and the transparent, and when you will open the notification, you will see the background color that will be configured from Zap with this white logo. So it's only white logo with a color background. That's the only option there is right now in Android. So all the logos should be designed by this style guide. We are doing it now also for Televisa Deportes and Televisa Noticieros. And that's it basically. Are you with me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And the other thing was the live drawer, new live drawer for Televisa Deportes, that they wanted to show the program order by date and not by channel in the live drawer, and to show more programs per channel. That means, like, let's say we have 3 channels that have games, soccer games, and we want to show 3 upcoming games for each channel, combining those 3, all the channels together, like order by the date of the game, the time. In the beginning, I did it as a plugin, but I changed it to be as just part of the modular live drawer. You can config from the modular properties to add flavor for the live drawer and to add the amount of program per channel that you want to display there. In the future, we want, as Sergey said, to put it as a plugin and to configure it and to enable more options.
You are both Sync, Dror and Sergey. So
Yeah, we talked about it.
so none of
before.
so none of this feature will not get lost when we are moving it to be a plugin.
Yeah. The other thing that I start work on is to add a new player plugin for YouTube videos. So I did like POC to try to play with this SDK that they released. And now I'm working to implement the plugin contract and all the other part of the player that need to, in order to be plugin.
One question about YouTube.
Yeah.
How you put the data source? You put it as an Atom.
Atom, yeah.
Content, or as an alternative stream in the Applicaster volume?
No, I talked with Livio about it and decided to put it as Atom that will have a different type. It will be video YouTube or something.
Okay, so we have at the moment under the Atom we have type of article, photo, and we have a video. So you add another one.
Describe, yeah. It will be. I think it will be a video, and then inside the video you will have a data group with a YouTube video. It will be different.
Why you need it to be different? Why it can't be the same video, just playing different player?
Because we need to know which player to play.
But that you know by the plugins. The pluggable player mechanism.
How do I know which plugin to play with? I need to choose the plugin.
Sergey can explain it to you, but all them like they're doing in ProSieben. In ProSieben, they are playing all the videos with a different player. Same thing. You are replacing for the.
I need to know which player to open. If it's the same.
No, but you're replacing the Applicaster player with this YouTube player in this app.
No, I'm not sure that all the players will...
both.
Yeah, I'm not sure that all the players will be YouTube.
Okay, that's the question. The question is, okay, if it's a plugin which is replacing the default player, okay, this is one thing. You have all the things you need for that, and you don't need to do anything else and not to create additional type and nothing, okay? If it's an additional player, okay, like the 360, then you need to do some implementation to know that you need to play this one. So that's a product question that you need to verify.
but also in the Atom side, I don't think it should be the same type.
No,
Because
it depends. I have no problem. It all depends on the product requirement, okay, on your side. If the product requirement is use YouTube player as default, as the app default player, then you don't need to do nothing, okay? If the product requirement is add the ability to play some of the videos that come from Atom by YouTube player while regular VOD playing with the Applicaster default player, then it's a different user story, okay? And then your approach is right. So
no, this is the scenario that I work.
Make sure that this is the product requirement, okay?
Okay.
Cool.
So I guess that's it. Like now I'm working on the YouTube. Yeah, that's.
Dror, did you check the player that they are using in Prime?
No.
Because they are in Prime. This is what they are doing. They are playing YouTube. So I would suggest just to ask someone there, maybe Shimon.
Yes, Shimon is the Shimon is the guy for it.
Yeah, so maybe just I don't know if it's he built something. This I know, but check it out. I don't know, just to know that if you can save, if you can save your time and use it, better. Maybe not. I don't know. But.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, I will talk with him. Maybe I can show it as they're doing it as a web, no? Or it's native. I don't know.
No, it's not a web.
It's not web. They are using React Native, but it doesn't matter. Just take a look at it. Maybe it will answer your needs. Maybe not. I don't know, but it's worth the two places in the company are doing the same. It's worth checking it out anyway.
Yeah, maybe it's React Native, no?
Yeah, it's React Native.
But React Native, it's React Native, but React Native in the end is playing the YouTube player. I think they added the YouTube SDK also or something. But
I don't know.
Talk with him. Talk with him. Yeah, just talk with him and then see.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's next? Pablo.
Oh, okay. Well, me this week it's been working with the template 13. Then I'm kind of done with it. I did a couple of pull requests for the different modules, and
what
now
template 13? What is template 13?
It's the one that related to Jelly Jam and Baby TV and this type of apps. And then yesterday I pushed to Bintray a couple of binaries for testing from SAP and compiled, but I'm having an error with on Circle CI. It's related to the Progar rules, and then I will take a look into it now, and also I'm going to send the error to somebody on Israel, so for some help. And that's pretty much it.
But what are the features or the fixes that you did? I know you did something that is related to the root, so explain us about the feature. Less interesting.
Well, on the root, there was this type of navigation called two-sided navigation menu, but it was lacking pretty much implementation for back button. Because this type of menu, it's a group. It's pretty much a group of buttons at the right where developers can add as many buttons as they want. Not too many, but because of course they're going to fill the bar, but at least 4 or 5 buttons to the right and the same thing to the left. I add the implementation for a back button. Every time somebody click on a navigation and wants to get deeper, then I add a back button so that they can go back. The way I did it is by just setting on the elements on the left bar, the buttons on the left bar, and then showing a back button. It may be changed to, I don't know, whatever behavior or managers want or whatever, or they also can, I was thinking about adding some configuration parameters so they can put the buttons in center, the buttons in the top bar layout or whatever they want. I also did a couple of things on the where you add the fragments to in inner activities, because before they were using the different in the classes that extends the genetic base fragment were adding the fragments without using the root navigation. So I did that change too. That's on the subroot. On the other modules, I pretty much what I did is fix a couple of small bugs, like for example with the rotation stuff. Since this type of apps are most of them are on landscape mode. Sometimes when you switch to landscape, the app was launching twice or making a couple of requests to the server, and then we've been working on that with the help of Dror, and that's pretty much it. That's that I remember now.
Cool. Thank you. Anyone else here? Merav here. So maybe Merav can tell us what she did for the ProSieben people.
Yeah. So ProSieben, the 7 ProSieben apps were uploaded to the store. Set 7 apps, and from Sunday we're basically working on fixing some crashes and other bugs that we delayed for the release. So basically just that, crashes and other bugs that we found before but didn't include them in the release.
There are template bugs or SDK?
Yosh, I can't hear you.
Woody is asking if there are templates bugs or generic SDK bugs.
Some of them were template bugs. I think most of them were SDK actually. But I didn't push the code yet because me and Ruben decided that some of them were like product decision, and we can't push the changes without talking about it first.
Okay. Did you talk with anyone about them yet? Product-wise?
Well, actually, no one has been to the office in the past 3 days, so. No.
I've been in the office and I'm available, so you can talk with me.
Yeah, no, I actually didn't know that I can talk to you about it. I thought that me and Ruben and Alisa should talk about it. But...
Okay, so that's the first thing, obviously, is to groom it to talk about it in your team, obviously. Okay, don't forget the tests.
Yeah, for the SDK, sure.
For the SDK bug that you're fixing, don't forget to add the unit test. Great.
Cool. Merav, I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you working on different templates, or you have one template for all of the?
14, all of 14.
Are you working on some other template that have multi-channels or something like this?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not at the moment. They have Peter have plans for that.
You know to when, like when it's gonna.
Yes, I know, but it's not sure still yet how. But the main idea that Peter have is taking the layout routine, the ProSieben layout, okay, and to get it to a new layout that includes a different home screen a little bit, that is better for multi-channel and a new EPG, new multi-channel EPG that we didn't talk yet on the high level how they will implement it, but maybe it will be as a display plugin. We'll see. Okay, but I know that Peter would like to start with it.
They didn't design it yet, so even like it's not.
No, they designed it. It's already designed.
Okay.
There is a design. It was done by John, the EU team designer, and Merav, maybe you could ask to see this design. You can find them on Slack. I saw them on Slack. That's how I know about them. And take a look on them and maybe share it with Dror and the rest, so they will see what you are planning for the future.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Dror, you have also plans for multi-channel?
We had some requests to take a look on this specific template, but like the multi-channel.
You can talk to John and ask him for the screenshots.
Yeah,
Then
he's a great guy.
it will be
You
faster.
can talk with him directly. Yeah, talk with him directly. He's a great guy.
Yeah. Okay. I will do.
Cool. So I think, let's see the list. Yeah, I don't have anything new to update that is related to something that is interesting yet.
You update us on Zap, like what you're working on?
Yeah. Well, basically, there are a few changes that were done in Zap lately. There are more production, not even production, let's call it demo-related features that I'm working on.
HTML, duplicate the content and stuff like this? Okay.
What I recently deployed, by the way, you can see all the messages when you go to Zap. There is a new feature we're using Intercom, and you get notifications of the new things that are happening. So read it there. Don't just skip it. So a part of the fact that we are notifying for every released SDK there, we are also notifying of new changes in Zap. The recent change that I worked on was, it's less relevant for you guys, but what I did was importing styles between accounts. So for example, the use case, if I want to create a demo that, for example, is using ProSieben, and I don't want to start configuring by hand everything, I can just paste a URL of the styles from one of the ProSieben apps and then change manually only the, 3 colors that I want to change. So this thing was recently deployed. On parallel, I'm working on duplicating content on Applicaster 2, which is also, it's less relevant for the production, but for you guys, it's relevant for increasing the velocity of generating demo apps. So, but when there will be some, it's still work in progress, so nothing new about that. And in the next future, there will be things that will have a specific influence or impact on the client side. I will talk about it, but this, let's see, maybe next week or in 2 weeks, there will be something to say. Nothing interesting for now that is relevant for the client side.
Yeah.
Cool. So I will publish this meeting that we had now on YouTube as usual, and have a nice week, all of you. And I published the link for putting ideas or topics that you want to talk about. So put something there, a part of us thinking, which is very important, but I also want to use this time for us to a little bit earn some more knowledge about general stuff. So I would love if you people put stuff there and take the opportunity to talk about things that you're interested in. So thank you all and have a nice week. We will talk.
Bye.
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 Thank you.